Tonight's intimate and interactive concert is brought to you by HMV.
Machinehead is bad and rest, green to red. Machinehead, I've got a machine head. It's bad and rest, green to red. I walk for my machine. I walk for my machine. Conscience a wall, blood is like wine, runs us all the time. If I had it all again, I'd change it all. Got a machine head, it's bad and rest, green to red. Machine head, got a machine head, bad and rest, green to red. I walk for my machine. I walk for my machine. I see the best minds of my generation starving naked. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Got a machine head, it's bad and rest, green to red. Machine head, got a machine head, bad and rest, green to red. Yeah, 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 yeah. closer to the flame, ever closer to the flame. Yeah. I am poison, crazy lush. I built these hands to lift me up. We are servants of a formulaic ways. I'm screaming daisies from 14 miles away. I've got my own time. I've got it all today. Make up your mind. I need some help. Find this mind, mind, mind. Limbo this, limbo that. You were this and you were that. Ever know that what you fear is what you find? This Indian summer, I sign my life away. There's a greedy flight here, and I fly away. Make up your mind. Need some help. Find this mind, mind, mind. Make up your mind. Need some help. Find this mind, mind, mind. I need some help. Find this mind, 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 mind.
Welcome to the Much Music City TV environment for an intimate and interactive with none other than Bush X. Now let me just tell you that this evening gives you the opportunity to get intimate in that this is about as close as you will ever be to Bush X, thanks to the people here at Much Music. Now, as for the interactive part, well, that's pretty easy. That means that you get to send in your email, your fax, your phones, and anything else that suits your fancy. You get to ask those questions that you've been dying to ask since you first heard the name Bush X. So let me just say, welcome to the band, and let's hear some more music.
smiling moons, 'cause they're always there, whatever I do. The river is loaded, I've been there today. Taking some questions, she does me again. I'd die in your arms if you were dead too. Now here comes a lie, we will always be true. Going up and coming down, special way, it's a little thing to kill. Tearing our brains again, all the little things to kill, little things to kill. day. Blue in the face again. I'll see tomorrow. Burn the darkness all away. And drinking kitchen paint to die the winter rain. Hope you'll never see again. Deaf and dumb with the lights on. Deaf and dumb with the lights on. Married by signs. Married by signs. Whoa. Personal Holloway, 6-month linen. Safe to say we are alone. Suburban suicide, watching that Comember. It's also temporary. Deaf and dumb with the lights on. Deaf and dumb with the lights on. Deaf and dumb with the lights on. Married by signs. Married by signs. Married by signs. I'm moving a little way forward. I'm moving it away now. I'm moving it away forward. I'm moving it away now.
In the Much Environment, intimate and interactive for your pleasure. Now listen, if you want to send in your questions via phone, fax, and email, hurry up, do it now. And don't forget, the more original you are, the more creative you are, the more of a chance you have of us selecting your questions. So we're going to be right back with more Bush X right after this. For this very special event with none other than Bush X. It's called an intimate and interactive, and you're a part of it. What we need from you is your questions. What are the things that are on your mind about Bush X? Now, forget about all those questions that you've seen in magazines. You've seen magazine articles and thought, ooh, what a cool question. No, really go for the stuff that means something to you, something that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. We've already gotten hundreds of emails, faxes, but we want to get yours. And how are we going to choose it? By your originality. So here's how you do it.
If you would like to get intimate and interactive with Bush X for questions and comments, the toll-free number to call is 1-800-265-MUCH. That's 1-800-265-6824. By fax, the number to call is area code 416-591-MUCH. That's area code 416-591-6824. You can also communicate by email. The address is bushx@muchmusic.com.
All right, everybody, are you ready for some more music? So are we. Ladies and gentlemen, Bush X.
Love and hate, get it back down to size. Sleep the day, just let it fade. Who was there to take your place? No one knows, never will. Mostly me, or mostly you. Do you say, do you do? When it all comes down, I don't wanna come back down from this cloud. Sing me all this time, find out what I need. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanna come back down from this cloud. Sing me all this time. There is no blame, only shame. When you beg, you just complain. The more I come, all I try. All police are fucking paranoid. So am I, so's the future. So are you, be a creature. Do you say, do you do? When it all comes down, so I wanna come back down wasps out. I'd better take cover. I'd better take cover. Copper tongue, beat me up, along without my impairments. Start to save what we used to steal. Walking on Jonathan. I never noticed you. You were the brightest one. You were white of me, just like the English sun. You got a lot of gas in a broken way. The biggest slammer and then the other way. You're the DBC. You're the factor. You feel better with a little bit of plaster. It's not just one way. A negative factor. With all of these wasps out, I better take cover. I better take cover. I better take cover. Smiles, it's all the pain, fatal charm. All the pain is in her arms. It's in her arms. In her arms. In her arms.
Oh yeah, Bush X is in the house. Can you feel it? You know that we're very, very lucky that Bush X decided to launch their new album, Razorblade Suitcase, right here in Canada. And we're even luckier to be able to ask questions in just a few minutes. So stay with us for that right after this break.
Tonight's Intermittent Interactive Concert is brought to you by HMV.
And we're back with an intimate and interactive with Bush X. We've got so many people that want to talk to this band. They want to ask questions. But let's kick it off with a live question from outside the Much environment.
Hi there. Well, we're out on the street here with many fans here for the Bush X I&I. And we have one person here with a question. We may have more than one. First of all, what's your question for Bush X?
Gavin, I was just wondering how long you have been singing in the band. Like, how long have you been with the band?
Did you get that? The question was, how long has Gavin been singing with the band?
Been in the band, like singing in the band.
It's been like 5 years.
How long has you been in the band?
So we've been singing in this.
By the way, this is like an unknown brand of tea.
So did you always know that you wanted to be a musician?
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to be a successful musician, but I knew I wanted to be a musician.
Well, you know that success is generally measured by the number of albums that you've sold, and Lord knows that you sold over...
That's not true.
Oh, in a lot of cases it is. But obviously that's not your measure of
Carey
success.
versus the Pixies versus the Breeders versus, you know. So.
Oh, good for you. I agree with that. So, in your case, what is your measure of success? Do you think that you've attained it yet?
Making a record that we like. Yeah, we just done another one, and that's pretty successful to make a record that you're happy with. But you can't judge what other people will like. You know, it's just good when people like it.
Right. As long as you like it, though.
Yeah, it's got to start there, isn't it?
Well, that's a very good start. Did you like the
Without
album?
thinking that you
Did you like this? Well, we've got some more questions coming at you, and I don't know if you're aware of the concept here at Much Music, but it's very much an interactive television. So we've got what we call speakers'
How
corners.
media friendly.
We try to be friendly.
I want to be friendly with the people outside. They're standing in the freezing cold.
They
All
are.
those people.
They are.
We appreciate that.
Well, you know, they love you. They
We
love
should
you.
put some heaters out there.
I think they're feeling the heat right now with all the music going on.
I doubt it.
So, as I was explaining to you earlier, we've got speakers' corners that are pretty much all over Canada. And because not everybody could be outside tonight, what they did is they sent in some questions. And here's one of them on the road, speakers' corners on the road. So let's check out the monitor. Here we go.
Let me show you something.
Listen carefully.
Hi, this is Chris from Vancouver, and I got a couple of questions for Bush X. This one's for Gavin. How do you plan to avoid some of the pitfalls that other lead singers like Kurt Cobain and Eddie Vedder have fallen into?
So what do you think, Gavin?
What is that? Well, I don't understand the question. What does that mean? I mean,
Well, you know, a lot of the
like, there's a
singers...
big difference between Eddie Vedder and Kurt Cobain, right?
Right.
So therefore,
Right.
what does he mean?
I
he
guess they're all
compares the two.
associating it with the Seattle sound, but the bottom line is both have been known to have a lot of personal problems because of the success.
Yeah, we make
that
careers
fame
out of
brings.
them.
So you feel comfortable with that? You don't feel that there are any pitfalls to being the lead singer of a quote-unquote successful band?
Well, is that like that line in Annie Hall, Woody Allen film, like where he goes up to that couple and says, "How do you stay together?" And they say, "Well, I'm really shallow. He's got no ideas, and we just stay together like that." I don't know. Yeah, of course stuff affects me. It's still human, you know.
Right.
I mean, it's such a weird question. It's a really big question, and I consider those two people so different, so far apart that I can't answer it like in one sentence. But what I can say is that anyone in a band who is successful has, you know, you get pulled every which way all the time, and people want a piece of you and stuff, and it's pretty difficult because if you're just rude to a couple of people, people take it the wrong way. People don't accept that you maybe have to have your own life. So I wish Kurt was still here, kicking everyone's butts, making great music, you know?
Right.
So I'm sorry for that. And as far as Eddie Vedder, I think that the Rolling Stone thing is really out of order, and I sort of wish him luck, but I've always been a much bigger fan of Nirvana.
Okay. All right. That's a fair answer. Thank you. Okay. So we got a question from the audience. What's your name?
Sheila.
Okay, Sheila, what's your question?
My question is, why did you call your new album Razorblade?
Suitcase.
Sorry.
That's
Oh, you
okay. It's
knew
brand
what I
new
meant.
today.
I
You're just learning it.
shortened
You're just learning it. Well, it's because I felt that it's a line from one of the songs on the record called Synapse, and it's a. I felt that lots of people have agendas before they came and meet us or whatever. They would already have made their minds up what we'd be like, and it's the fact that you have to deal with everyone else's emotional baggage when they meet you. You know, so really how they're qualifying you is how they see their own life that day or how they see their life that week. Really, it has little to do with who you are, really. You know, they try and sort of psychoanalyze you in one lunchtime and think that they understand you. So it's just a fact of people coming along already with an idea in mind of what we're about.
Okay.
And getting it wrong.
Well,
Apart from the
that's what we're here to do
fans.
today, though. We're trying to clear that hole up so we can
No, it's cool.
understand you a little
Listen,
bit
you know,
better.
I'm happy that we've sold a lot of records. We have a lot of support around the world from a lot of people, and what really annoys every single major music critic and all that kind of area is the fact that we didn't need them to reach out to each and every person that's here who decided to come here. So that's what really pisses them off, and I really couldn't care.
All right. Okay. So we got a phone call right now. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Danny.
Hi, Danny. Where are you calling from?
Thornhill.
Okay. So what's your question?
I would like to know, Gavin, when you're writing your lyrics, Are you writing it from your point of view or from the perspective of a character?
Okay, Gavin.
Yeah.
This question's for Gavin. So,
Again.
again. Do you feel comfortable answering this question?
What was the question? Do I write from my own perspective or
Yeah.
from someone else's?
Yeah.
No, always personal, as best as I can. Bomb on the first record was like having grown up in Kilburn, which is like half black, half Irish area. It would be really scary having the Orange Day parades and all the IRA stuff that was going on. That obviously Orange Day parade is Protestants, but that was pretty scary growing up. So that's probably one of the only songs where I kind of wasn't part of it, and I just figured I wrote it about. There's a guy killed in the pub bombing just outside of where'd you call it? Covent Garden. Haven't been home for so long, I forget what it's called. And so I wrote it from that perspective of someone who, you know, because I didn't want to be Bono or something, because I could never be Bono, not that I'd want to be necessarily. And so I just personalised that view of someone who kind of has just gone out an innocent victim of a political struggle without sort of shouting down with the IRA or down with the UDA, you know. So on those things, but generally it's pretty personal.
But it's wonderful.
She was ready for that answer, right?
I'm Robin Gavin. I just saw you guys at yeah, that's one of the girls who made the poster. And I just want to say you guys are incredible. I love you guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, lots of love going on here for Bush X
It's a big
tonight.
loving. You can call us Bush if you like. That's how we're known in the rest of the world, really.
I know, but you know that here in Canada we have to call you
In
Bush X.
1973, I heard there was a band called Bush.
Yeah.
And I wonder how generous he'll be soon to just let us call ourselves how we're known in the rest of the world. It's so weird. Bush X sounds like someone else's band. But yeah, we are actually Bush, but legally, apparently, we're not. In this country, allegedly, maybe.
Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to break the rules, and from now on,
Oh,
we're
you-
only going to call you Bush. I'm taking full responsibility for this one. Okay, you're on. So we got a fax happening right here. This fax is from Saskatchewan, from Renata, who says, what did Dave, Nigel, and Robin do before Bush? Guys? Let's ask Dave or Nigel over here. Dave, can we get an answer from you? You haven't talked much. Come on over here. All right, Dave. So, Dave, what were you doing before
I was
being
actually
in the
a fire eater in a circus for many years, and it's hurt my throat, so I gave it up.
Okay.
And
all
Nige
right.
was very shy, I think, actually.
Okay, so Nigel, you don't have to answer this question, but come on closer.
what are you
What
gonna
if
do?
people
Wait.
have some questions for you? Do you guys want to see Nigel up here? We want to see Nigel.
Over here.
Don't be hiding back there. So, Nigel, what were you doing before being
I was in a
Bush?
band.
You were in a band as well? Okay, all right. Now, I heard that one of you was a painter, that you were painters and that you used to dilute paint to be able to save money for demos. Is that story true?
No, it's a lie. It's a lie. We just had to write a biog, and we, like, at one point it had a little bit of humour in it, because we said that we wrote that we met as we were working on London Bridge and painting,
Right.
and I thought they were such good painters we should start a band together, because it's a really crappy thing to do, to try and write a biog, right? And then it plagued us around the world, because at first they changed it to like we met as painters, which took every single bit of humour out of it, and we had to answer it even up to now. So no, me and Robin, we did different jobs, kind of paying for it, because obviously it didn't pay the rent for a while, so we had to do whatever we could to survive, and making sure that we didn't kind of concentrate on anything other than music. So musicians tend to be like painters, and I've worked on set designs and all that kind of stuff, videos, commercials, just to make wads of cash and then split and go make music.
Well, with all that background, do you have
I can paint,
input,
yeah.
serious input on the videos, I would think, because you have that.
Yes,
that
and it makes no
imagery.
difference.
All right. So we've got another question here. It is an email question. Now, we have to look at the monitor for this one. We have to read it off the monitor. So let's try to find this email here. Hi, my name is Linda, and I'm a big Bush fan from the States, but I get much music via satellite. Question for Bush. X for those Canadian lawyers. There you go. So the question is, I see Gavin in all those magazine covers, but he's hot on all of them. I love you guys for the music. Are you aware that some of your records are being sold mainly because of Gavin? How does it make you feel? Ooh, guys. All right, Robin, Dave, Nigel, we want to get your reaction on that one. All right.
Robin's going to answer this one.
I've got my own mic here.
All right, Robin.
I'm not getting up. This is where I live.
what do you think, Robin?
Well, as far as I know, I'm on all the records, so, you know, I'm quite happy being on the records. Front covers of magazines aren't very important to me. It's what's in them that's more important, and we do our best. We do our best to get in the interviews, and we do our best to get on the front covers of magazines, but certain people don't want it that way. But we're trying our best to destroy that particular theory.
Right.
You know, there you go.
Right, okay, that's cool. That's very cool. So obviously you're a cohesive unit, which is important. We've got another question from the Speaker's Corner on the road somewhere in Canada. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Damon States from Spryfield, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I was wondering, do you credit your success more from your recordings or more from your videos?
All right, Gavin, so do you think that your success comes more from videos or from
I think it's all down to my
magazine
hair.
covers? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I don't think so.
That can be the only thing to explain it. 7 million people, they really just wanted to get hairstyle, like, kind of really badly played with different sort of, I don't know, you know, that's a weird question. You try and make videos to represent your songs as best as possible.
And ask yourself the question, what came first, the song or the video? And the answer is the song.
Oh, Robin.
It's me over here.
All right, Robin. Now,
you can't shut Robin up normally any day of the week. Now he's like got all
I've
shy.
got my own microphone now, beware.
Well, obviously, when you're dealing with this kind of music, you've got fans that are coming in from all over the world. And the fans get so much from you, so much love, so much, you know, adrenaline, motivation, so on and so forth. I'm sure that you get a great deal from the fans as well. What exactly do you get from these guys? What does it bring you to be such close proximity to these guys? Now we're in a show.
Don't say income, Dave. Well, the thing is, I think we've toured as much as, or more than most bands in the last couple of years. You know, we've done like nearly 300 shows last year on that record, the 16 Stone. So it's like that makes the most sense of it. All these things that we discuss, whether it's videos or magazines, and whether you get misrepresented and misunderstood and people take you the wrong way. Just when you think you want to quit, and just when you think all these problems that Kurt had, obviously, and the problems that Eddie Vedder had, just when you think that everything, you should just quit it all and do it, and decide that you should go live somewhere else and forget it, you go play a show, and people react in a way that makes the whole room reverberate, irrespective of the size of the room, whether it's 200 or 18,000. And that kind of energy is something that you can never duplicate anywhere else. And that kind of energy is what music heals. You know, this morning I was feeling so terrible, and I listened all the way on the plane here from New York to Bob Marley, and he changed everything like he does every day. I feel bad. So that's the power that I get, and I hope that we convey some of that.
Well, there was definitely a lot of positive energy when you guys went down to HMV this afternoon. It was craziness. So what we're going to do for those of you who couldn't be there is show you a little bit of what happened at HMV this afternoon.
How about a big HMV warm welcome for Bush X?
Claire Gabry. Who's that? Who are you calling?
My mom! I have to call my sister. She doesn't know where I am. Rosie won the tickets to go meet Bush X! I'm on TV. I'm a movie. She won the tickets! Javette! Your mom. No.
Excellent.
I'm downtown. This is an Emerson message. Bye.
And here they are, right in our studio audience, the two winners of our contest that you saw on the tape over there. What a reaction from the fans. What a thrill it must be for those girls as well. Well, it's definitely a thrill to have Bush in the house tonight. We're going to take another question. This time it's from Susie in Cleveland. Susie, can you hear us?
Yep.
Hey, girl, how you doing?
Good.
Okay, so who do you have a question for?
Okay, this is for the whole band.
Okay.
Okay, I was wondering, where will you guys see yourself in 10 years from now?
Uh-oh. Guys, where do you see yourselves in 10 years? Do you still see yourself making music? I don't know. Perhaps buying an island like Oprah Winfrey? How do you see yourself?
I think if we're still happy, happy together and making good music, then we'll be in the band.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, I don't know, just doing something we enjoy. Trying to enjoy this as much as we can, and then see what happens after. I don't know.
All right.
Where's that? I don't know
so
where
you
that
live in
is.
the present, is what you're
It's a
saying.
vague answer,
You're
hey?
focusing on the present, on
I
what
think
you're living right now.
we'll do this as long. I think we're enjoying being in a band. I think we'll keep making music.
Oh, yeah. And what good music, too. Excellent.
Thank you.
You guys recorded part of the album at Abbey Road. Did that have special meaning for you?
Yeah, it's a really good, it's a very famous studio. It's has a lot of history, from the Beatles to, a lot of albums were made there. And it's a great sounding place, apart from anything else. You can see why it's famous. It's if you play in there, you get a really good sound, and yeah, it's very good. Yeah, I guess it is special, but I'm never a big Beatles fan anyway.
Uh-oh. We got the scoop on that end. All right, people, we're going to be coming back with some more music, some more questions. Send in your faxes and emails right now for the intimate and interactive with Bush.
In Budapest, Saturday on the Much Music Big Ticket. Queen in Budapest, Saturday on the Much Music Big Ticket.
We're back with the intimate and interactive with Bush. And Gavin was saying earlier, oh my goodness, what about the poor people standing outside in the cold to see Bush? Well, we got a question from Kathleen, who's outside with that same crowd. It's craziness out there.
Well, poor people, nothing. We're not cold, are we? No! Are we having a good time? And what do... Now, do you people love Bush X? Back to you, Juliette. Bush, I love you.
And here we go. So what do you think, guys? Hold on a second. We can't hear you. Come here.
I'm saying how crazy they are standing out in the cold. You lot are completely mental. It's brilliant.
Well, let's go to the window. Come on, let's go say hi to these people. Check it out. You go first. Let's go meet these fans that aren't so cold because they love Bush and they're willing to do anything. God, Gavin, I think we're going to start a riot here. All right, Gavin, is there anything that you really want to say to these people while we're here? We got their attention, all right.
I want to say you're fucking brilliant.
Look at that. Now, while we're here, I heard that there is going to be a CD-ROM release, that these people are going to get a chance to have a CD-ROM or at least win it in the new year. Now, what's on this CD-ROM?
I've no idea. I hope they get everything free because they deserve it standing outside in horrible weather. They're brilliant. What can you say? Look at them. They're crazy.
Have you ever been such a fan of a band that you've done anything that's even close to this?
My country doesn't get quite this cold. It's bad weather, but it's not as bad as this. So they're tougher than me.
Oh yeah, they're tough, all right. We're called Die Hard Fans in the house for Bush X. Here we go.
Call us Bush now.
Excuse me. X marks the spot where I promise not to go anymore. So let's go back inside. Let's say hello to the people inside, because I know that we've got some questions in here for you. So we got an in-house question right here. What's your name?
Monica.
So, Monica, what's your question?
I would like to know, what song have you recorded that has the most meaning to you and why?
Okay, so what do you think, guys? What song is your favorite? What has the most meaning?
Well, I like to think that they all have meaning because it'd be weird to have a song that had no meaning.
I suppose personally to you, though, as the writer.
Right. Well, I mean, one that I'm really excited to do at the moment is I think the last song we just played, Insect Kin. There's something about that, about the fact of trying to deal with everything that gets thrown at us and still trying to keep our head above water. That makes us that makes it a good, really good energy to get rid of, and it starts out in the right way of nice and formulaic and low, and then it kind of really kicks in, and I can't help but liking that in songs. When I sort of tend to write a bit the same sometimes, but I like that, that's all right. All the bands I like kind of do that, from the Pixies to Slint to Seam to any of those sort of Jesus Lizard. They all have that ability to kind of close up and then explode, and I think that's an important part of life,
All right, so we've got another question coming up for all the guys in the band this time. Shannon, we got a phone call from Shannon. How you doing, girl?
Not bad, how are you?
Well, great. So what's your question?
I wanted to know what the biggest pressure the guys face being so popular.
Okay, so let's ask this one to Robin. You want Robin to answer this one, Shannon? We'll take that as a yes. Robin! So what do you think, Robin? Nigel's back there with you.
What was the biggest pressure? About 60,000 feet in Concord. No, I don't really know. I mean, sleeplessness, I think, is the hardest thing to overcome. Something we all suffer from a little bit. It's because the adrenaline that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Thank you, Nigel. The adrenaline we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis can create problems, and one of them is an inability to sleep, which then leads on to some of the problems we've discussed earlier. So I think that's probably the hardest one for me personally to deal with. But, we're getting there. I think the longer you're inside the circle, maybe the easier it gets to just kind of cope with everything that goes on. But it takes a while, because we're comparatively new to this game too,
Right. So how do you stay grounded, though? With all this craziness, this mayhem going around you, everywhere you go, how do you stay grounded and stay real?
Well, we stay together, that's the thing. I think there's nothing quite as keeping you together as being with three people who will attack you immediately for getting above your station. Verbally, yes. There you go. I'm being attacked
Shut
now.
up.
There you go.
All right, so we got another question in-house. What's your name, girl?
Jasmine.
Okay, Jasmine.
On Oprah.
Who's your question for? Who's your question for?
It's generally for all of them, I guess I would say, but it's not going to be too psycho this time or scare the shit out of him the last... Oops, sorry. Did it again. A lot of bands grew up listening to the Punks, and you cited the Sex Pistols as one of your references. Recently, Johnny Rotten stated that music these days has a very negative quality with everything that's happened, and that most bands like Bush and certain other people who I won't refer to because of your friendship with them are just into promoting drugs and alcohol and track marks. So, which the Sex Pistols are never about, and just a quote, the Sex Pistols were about survival, and all this rest of the stuff is like obsolete. So what do you think about all that?
Yeah, no, first off,
question.
I agree with him, and I think that's really bad to promote all that aside. We ended this record with a song called Distant Voices, which is a song about going to find a positive, the whole album, it's an hour long, really long, because we couldn't work out how to do a shorter record, ends with shine, and it's shine is the repeated word. And I agree with him. I think that if he thinks that about us, he hasn't listened closely, and I doubt whether he'd be bothered to. I know I met a journalist the other day who went up to him and said, hi, I'm sort of so-and-so, I'm Michael from wherever. And he goes, who f***ing cares? So he's pretty crazy like that. I agree with him. We're into positive stuff. People should not be going out killing themselves. People shouldn't take drugs. People should find their solace in, I think music is a really good thing. I think other people is a really good thing. I think films, music, books, there's way loads of things out there that are positive, and people should concentrate on those. So I agree with him, even though he doesn't know us very well.
All right. Okay, that's a great question. I love that. That was very well thought out.
It's a much better question.
We got an email question happening, guys. Okay, so you have to look up at your monitors now. An email question is arriving. Here we go. In your song Glycerine, exactly what is said right before "and she falls around me, I needed you more." My friends and I have debated over this for a while, and it's not included in the printed lyrics with the album. Please enlighten us. P.S. Any plans for touring Canada? So what do you think, guys?
Which question first?
What are the lyrics, first of all, in Glycerine?
Bad moon wine.
Okay.
So that means, again, you know, in like as that question that girl just asked, you know, imbibing the wrong things. So kind of pertinent question to follow the one before. Bad moon wine again. And the second question was, when will we be touring Canada? It feels like we're never off of tour. And we're going to come here, I guess, March properly, go up, make it up to Vancouver and stuff. I always wanted to go there because I heard that was a really, really beautiful place to go. We played Quebec, Montreal and stuff. We're going to do all of that. I mean, I think that the idea is that we'd go in, make another record that people might like, and it seems that it's going pretty good so far. So it gives us a chance to keep touring and keep going crazy, but keeping ourselves together and positive, you know.
Well, I have a feeling the whole house is going to go crazy because Bush is about to perform. Are you ready? Here we are on the Intimate and Interactive with Bush live on Much Music.
Warm sun, feed me up and I'm loaded up, loathing for a change, and I slip some boil away. Swallowed, followed, heavy but everything my love. Swallowed, oh no, I'm with everyone yet not. I'm with everyone yet. Just wanna be myself. Hey, you said you would love to try some. Hey, you said you would love to die some. In the middle of a world on a fish hook. You're the wave, you're the wave, you're the wave. Swallowed, followed, heavy but everything my love. Swallowed, sorrowed, sharper than everyone yourself. Swallowed, oh no, I'm with everyone yet not. I'm with everyone yet not. I'm with everyone you're not. I'm with everyone yet. Piss on self-esteem, and I'm forward. Busted knee, sick head, blackened lungs, and I'm simple, selfish son. Swallowed, followed, heavy about everything my love. Swallowed, oh no, I'm with everyone from here. Gotta get away from here. Gotta get away from here. Gotta get away from here. I miss the one that I love. Miss the one that I love. Miss the one that I love. I love her. Strange blaze, douse my head with flames. Coming through, gotta get some. Happiness is a bad son. Forceps, kitchen tools, deconstruct your every move. Feel better when you're here. The guillotine just got here. Back break, please yourself to make it rain. You will be all things. You'll get what you bring. Leading to fire, leading to fire, leading to fire.
there you go. There's 2 positive songs for you. Very positive. And then we go back to the style of less positive, which I think is perfectly fair in human life. Must be a skin I'm sinking in. It must be for real, 'cause now I can feel I didn't mind. It's not my kind, not my time to wonder why. Think I'm white, that everything's gray. Now you're here, now you're white. I don't want this, remember that. I'll never forget where you're at. Don't let the days go by. Glycerine, glycerine. I'm never alone, I'm alone all the time. Are you at one, or do you lie? Live in a wheel, everyone steals. When we rise, it's like strawberry fields. If I treated you bad, you bruised my face. Could love you more, you got a beautiful taste. Don't let the days go by. Could have been easier on you. Couldn't change though I wanted to. Should have been easier by 3. Our old friends fearing you and me. Glycerine, glycerine. Don't let the days go by. Glycerine. Don't let the days go by. Glycerine, oh glycerine. Glycerine, oh glycerine. Bad mood and wine again. Bad mood and wine again. Bad mood and wine again. When she falls around me. Falls around me. I needed you more. We wanted us less. I could not kiss, just regress. Well, it might just be clear, simple and plain. Well, that's just fine, that's just one of my names. Don't let the days go by. Could have been easier on you, you. Glycerine, 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 glycerine. Oh, my glycerine.
Sang to us, we the fans are singing to them. It's beautiful. You guys having fun? And This is what intimate and interactive is all about. There's still one more song left after this break with Bush. What an incredible event here tonight, and intimate and interactive with Bush X. Now, let me just tell you that it has been an honor and a pleasure to have the band here. Thank you very much for coming up, guys. We love you. Thank you. Thanks to everybody, all of the fans here in the station, all the fans outside, all the fans that sent in the email, the faxes that called us via the telephones, and all the people that didn't get their questions answers. Well, we're sorry, but we are gonna end this with one last song from the band. Do you want to hear more? Do you really want? Bush X!
Outside, let me hear you from outside. Something we can eat, maybe find another lover. Should I fly to Los Angeles, find my asshole brother, Mickey Mouse son of a cow, Dave's on site again, kiss and the real view. You're so bored, you're to blame. Trust you once my way. Everything's in, everything's in. I don't think so. Everything's in, everything's in. I don't think so. Raindrops half a century, $1 million a stake. You search for your demigod, yeah, you're fake with your saint. No sex in your violence, there's no sex in your violence. There's no sex in your violence. There's no sex in your violence. Trust you once my way. Everything's in, everything's in. I don't think so. Everything's in, everything's in. I don't think so. Everything's in, everything's in. Elvis is dead, yeah. Don't believe that Elvis is dead. I don't believe that Elvis is dead, yeah. Don't believe that Elvis is. bring. Wait until tomorrow comes. See what the day will bring. No more lonely, sad, lonely, sad, lonely, sad, lonely, lonely. No more, no more. There's no sex in your violence. 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 Crossing what's my way. Everything's down, everything's down. I don't think so. Crossing once my way. Everything's down, everything's down. I don't think so. Zen, Zen. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Tradition, take my arm. Let's go. We're going to fulfill a Much Music tradition when we get you to the library so we can sign very quickly the wonderful wall that all of the artists sing. Sign before they leave. You have to sign this. Get on up here. Here we go. We're going to have you sign right up here. This is the pen. Make it official. Bush X in the house here at Much Music for the Intimate and Interactive. We just want to make sure that everybody that comes into the library remembers you guys. Oh, yes. Bush positive! And it certainly is. Thank you so much for coming by, Gavin and the guys. That's great. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go back down to your fans. This has been a Much Music production. There we go. So these are your fans. These are the people that want to see that came very, very far. This is a Much